Yo, 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 welcome to the Open Mind podcast where we keep an open mind about any and everything. I got my boy, my co host, Isaiah in the building, man. What's going on, man?
It's good, man. I'm feeling good today, man. Taking every day, trying to get better each and every day, man.
Word. Same. So, what's been on the playlist these past days, man? Like, what you been bumping, man?
I've been bumping that Amine, man. That Amine
Mm.
album is definitely album of the year for me, or at least in the top 5. Like, and I don't even see too many people talking about it.
Yeah.
They don't really have it. Got a little buzz on social media.
What did you like about it? Like, what was your favorite, like,
My
songs and
favorite
stuff?
songs was Roots, Fetus. I think the second song Woodland or something like that. But like, yeah, I like the little things he was touching on about Kobe, and it was one line. It was one line in the in one of the songs where he was like, I think he said it was weird, like it was weird to what did he say? You wait,
Is it a Kobe? The Kobe?
not the Kobe one, but it was like he was in like it's weird to be kind or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
It's not like popular to be kind.
yeah, like you get money and you get hoes and all that all the time, and then when you get those things, you're just a dude with those things. It's just like he said, like why does a grapefruit, just eating a simple grapefruit, make me feel better than just having this Ferrari? Like simple things,
weird.
small things like that.
Yeah, that did make me think about like just that. I don't know, going in that lane of like trying to chase happiness is chasing happiness. I don't think chasing happiness is like an actual thing you can do. It's just literally like you just said, like just taking day by day. And
Yeah,
just experiencing different days that's why I found out especially doing like different stuff like outside of the podcast with the podcast and stuff like that, like trying to like it's like a never ending thing, like trying to chase quote unquote happiness, like
yeah,
and you would be feeling good drinking a bottle of water or taking a job versus having a nice car in your driveway or something like that. It's just weird. It's weird with those with that whole thing around it, just like trying to like chase happiness. Is it I feel like it's no. Nah, I think that's what life is for. Just giving us the chase
it's
and
an
giving
illusion,
us.
like the illusion of chasing happiness. Because I don't even think, I think happiness is like not really an end goal. Like I don't think you just be happy and that's it. Cause like, or maybe happiness doesn't mean you're just happy all the time. Like I think just being happy, it's everything. Cause like you not, yeah. I guess when you being happy, I guess you're like stable or, but that doesn't mean everything's gonna be good when you're happy. You could be happy and still go through bad things.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
it's not an end goal though. I don't think that's just a resolution.
yeah, for sure. And I was reading a book too, and it was saying it was touching on like what do you do in your day by day things, or like what do you say like when someone asks you how are you doing, and the person said I'm just thriving, like I'm not good, I'm not happy, I'm not mad, I'm just trying to keep going in this world right now, and I feel like that's the attitude right now too, because just so much is happening, and then plus you're trying to like do what you have to do to attain some type of you know enjoyment, happiness or something,
Yeah,
but things keep going on, like
yeah,
sudden things just popping up, like just
yeah,
you have no control over those certain things to where you can't control something just happening out the blue. The only control you have is like what you're focused on, and and I guess that's chasing that happiness. I don't even Is happiness even like
real.
like
I
is
mean,
it
yeah,
just
you
a
said that
word
before. Yeah, I
for
don't know. Happy. I guess everybody definition for it is different, and just like you said, like just thriving, cause when certain things happen to you, it does depend on how you react to it. Cause like some bad could happen, and you could either choose to like just show that emotion or anger, or you just choose to just stay at a steady state at it, or just don't really give it too much energy or whatever.
Mhm.
But I guess everybody's different. Like I don't know, when people put more energy into things, it could give you a negative or a bad reaction. You really don't know. You gotta choose your cards. But especially right now, I know like lately with certain things that's been happening to me, even like reactions, like I guess even manifestations, like it's happening so quickly now. Like it's just time's moving slower and then it's going faster at the same time. I don't. It's really crazy right now. I don't get what's going on.
Yeah, that's almost like the weird thing about the whole, manifestation thing. It's just like, I don't know, you'll say something, and then like, you don't know if it's gonna take days, you don't know if it's gonna be sudden, you don't know if it's gonna take years or anything, but does it seem like that stuff eventually happens? Like, I was experiencing something the other day where I wrote on my vision board, this is what I want to do, this is what I want to know and want to have, like, different things like the podcast and learn graphic design and do stuff like that. And literally it felt like that stuff was never going to happen. Like, I'm like, yo, it's no way I can actually do this, until like just, I don't know, going by day, I end up reaching those goals in a weird way. Like, I really manifested those things happen, and but it's just that manifestation thing. It's just it's so complex, man. Yeah. Like,
I guess it's back with what Amine said. Like, when you get all those things, it's just like the simple things become better now, or they don't. I wouldn't even say better, but they just seem more, I guess, genuine. I guess, but I don't know. Yeah, that manifestation thing is very like crazy though, because you could literally just if you really just think about something too like a lot. Like, you just start thinking about something a lot. Just keep thinking about it. Eventually, you're going to get it, like, regardless.
Yeah.
Even if you, like, it's just going to happen regardless. Because your thoughts going to lead you to do a certain thing. Or it's going to lead you to think about a certain way to get that thing, one way or another. If you're not getting it, then you either not thinking or don't believe that you can get it. Like, it's a little head telling you, like, nah, like, you can't do it or whatever.
Yeah. Low-key, that's what I'm saying. Like, I used to, like, think like manifestation was like almost a wish, almost a wish in a way. Like, I'm wishing for this certain thing, but like, I guess my thoughts or my energy wasn't aligned with what I wanted, and then I wouldn't end up getting those things, or I would end up getting those things, but it's way more to it. It's not just that, and it's just not that ending thing, like, oh, this is what I wanted. What I want comes with different lanes and stuff like that. It comes with so many lanes. So I'm like, okay, I stepped in this position in my life now, and I made this decision in my life. Now this decision has so many possibilities in a way. But I'm trying to really like break it down into words of like what I'm like exactly trying to say, just with the manifestation thing, and like in a way trying to wish what I want, and it's like no wishing what you want, and it's weird.
I mean, yeah, even if you, I wouldn't want to say wishing, because I think wishing like has a slight doubt to it, but I feel like just like, I guess when I manifest, it's like I always know I can, like, it's like I tell myself that I got it already. Like, whatever I want, I'm already like imagining. Like I literally like try to go to a state like imagine that I have the thing that I want, and eventually it literally happens. Like, it literally happens. One way it may take long, it may take a short time, but it happens. But whenever it happens, it's just I get kind of surprised. I don't even say surprised, but it just fascinates me. It's just crazy. Like, I don't want to say I never would have thought, but I can't believe it. It kind of makes me feel like how powerful the mind is, because you can really get anything. Like, we say it all the time, and it's so cliche, but it's really true. Like, everything, if you can really think about it just hard enough.
Yeah.
Even if you want to fly, people be like, you can't fly, but like, I'm pretty sure somebody, if they think about it, if they manifest it hard enough, they can learn how to fly. But yeah, I don't know.
Is it in a way trying to, I guess, get your thoughts more positive, but like, it is with that. I guess focusing more on the things that you want versus what you don't want. In a way, like, focus on the things that you actually want in your life, and trying to separate those thoughts and stuff. Cause I would try to, like, I wouldn't know like what I want in my head, but be thinking, just not in that alignment of what I want. If I know I want to be a photographer, right. If I'm spending my money on different stuff, I'm not putting it towards like investing in myself. I'm just trying to get an example, because that's just how you have to align your thoughts with what you really want. And yeah, that's like the complex thing about it, like trying to actually put your mind to it and try to like really make it happen, really make it happen. And some things that you want, you just don't end up getting, and I feel like it's just not for you in a way. And what you saying, like, then like basically enjoy what you have, enjoy the things that you do have, so you can be ready for those things, when you actually get it, and yeah, like,
I guess it's like that's almost too with an attachment thing, because once you like, I guess when you let go of attachments, like, so that goes back to manifestation, because if you're attracting something, sometimes when you don't even attract it, like, it still comes to you though. Like, it's kind of, I guess it's saying staying humble in your thoughts, because you just like you could imagine yourself without all these things, but at the same time when they come to you, you'll still be good. So I guess that's a good way to say that, I guess. But then again, that could be being too self-aware, I guess, because I'm getting to that point where, like, or not even me, but I noticed that, like, people could get too self-aware of, like, their thoughts. Like, I think it's called what? It's hyper self-awareness or something like that.
Yeah, hyper self-awareness.
Where it's like you're literally like thinking of every little thing that happens. Like, you're paying attention to your thoughts, how your body moving, every little surrounding, how people reacting, and that can really drive you crazy. Even in manifestation, you can do that. Like, if you just constantly like, dang, if I don't do this, this ain't gonna happen. If that don't happen, if I don't make this step, like, you'll start driving yourself crazy.
Yeah,
man,
for sure.
That's scary.
Yeah, and I get it is, and that's just the point of just staying in that flow state. Just like I said, taking it day by day. And just literally just living. Because a lot of people, I don't know. I feel like what I was trying to say, like how in control that we try to be, and the control that we have, it's like basically more in our thoughts and stuff like that, and like how we're trying to like think through it, and it would drive you crazy. Because I was listening to Alon Watts the other day, and he was saying how different people want to become God and want to become Messiah or something like that, but it's like he and basically saying, like, God is saying, okay, you can be God, let's see how you handle it. And it's just like with the hyper self-awareness, you're too aware of the things you're doing and it's not healthy, like just too much of anything is not healthy at all,
Right.
So it's really just having just that balance between, your self-awareness, your personal duties, your spiritual based practices or whatever, and
Whatever it is.
family life, stuff like that. And that's more of what I'm trying to get into, just that balance of like everything. And sometimes it can feel like it's like too much.
Oh, overwhelming.
Yeah,
I know exactly
overwhelming.
what you're talking about. Yeah, like so much stuff is happening at once. That's why I was saying, like, yeah, manifestations. I don't know if I'm the only one, but like just these instant manifestations, it's like happening at a much quicker pace, and it's just like with all this going on, it's really overwhelming. Like, it's so much going on, even with all these we could go on for days talking about this Corona, COVID, and then now like food shortages.
Yep.
Like, what is going on? Like, what is this? This is wild.
Yeah, definitely like that. I was listening to somebody else while I was getting my haircut, and they was talking about, they having food shortages and stuff like that. They're running out of food in the stores, and I'm thinking to myself, like, wow, like, is this really the direction, especially like it's about to go in? Like, I don't understand. Like, is this an agenda, or is it just like just happening? In a way, like definitely with the things that happen, like leading up to these events, it almost. I feel like everything leads to something, like, and you can plan it out if you want it, or you can't plan it out if you want it, but it's just so weird, it's very weird how these food shortages are happening, and food is
Yeah, then you see how this is happening, how like there's a corn shortage too, like all of a sudden. You notice how like nobody says anything about the corn shortages? Like, nobody, I don't see one video on anywhere talking about it. unless they just like a news article. But on
Explain
YouTube,
the coin shortages.
yeah, apparently like America or the U.S. is like there's a coin shortage. Like there's short on change. You go to like Dollar General or Walmart, like they'll say like please bring exact change or they can't give you change back or something like that. And somebody said like this is really just leading to that universal currency or like where like you just tap like everything's gonna be debit card, like all that is just gonna be digital now. And they're just subtly doing it. And now they talking about food shortages. Like all this is just one by one. Every month it's like a new thing. So like when all this goes down, like, you gotta pay attention because all this is just subtly happening. Nobody's paying attention to it. Even with these food shortages, like that doesn't make any sense. There's people like Jeff Bezos, all these billionaires, they literally have money enough to end world hunger. Like
Sure,
and still be good.
Yeah.
Makes no sense at all. Like that's how you know it's an agenda.
Yeah, for sure. It's attaining all that money too. Like what are you doing with all that? Like what are you really doing with all that money? You know, and in a way, it's like what can we actually do to prevent these things from happening and not just going with it. You know, it's certain things that I feel like you're supposed to know, like what you don't want versus what you just going along with, I guess. Like just like with the coin shortages and the food shortages, it has to just be some type of definitely an agenda, but like just letting things happen. You know, it's just
it's falling though, cause people like more people are noticing that. I don't know, who knows what's really like the end goal to all this, cause people like it's more and more people, even people you don't even gotta be conscious or whatever, but they even like speaking up about it, like people realizing what's really going on, cause even with vaccines, like it's a good big community talking about noting vaccines though. It's some out there, but like I'm noticing like more people is talking about 5G, more people talking about not taking them vaccines. They talking about all that, and then I think who had said it? Spiritual Soul, like he was saying like how most of this stuff is like what is it called? Like what do they call it when they like censored? Like most of this stuff, even America, like we might be censored. Most of the info we get in is probably censored, and we didn't even realize. I did not ever think about that, because in America we always thinking we got like some sort of freedom or something. And there's countries that don't got like certain Wi-Fi or they can't get online to certain websites. But in America, we really are. They could easily censor the stuff that pops up on Google or any of that stuff, and we don't know what's really going on.
Yeah.
Like they're telling us it's food shortages, but it's probably not even a real food shortage. They could literally just cut the supply off or something like that.
Yeah, and now they about to have people fighting over more tissue and stuff like that. Like, man, and that's gonna be another distraction, because that video on Facebook about to get 1 million views, and they gonna be posting it on all the news and stuff. Like just like laughing at it in a way, and it's just not genuine. And that whole freedom thing, like we have Wi-Fi in these other countries that don't have Wi-Fi. Sometimes I feel like they the ones that have the freedom. You know, they of course they're under a certain system or something like that, like, you know, Korea, where they can't even access really any type of info Wi-Fi, but like we get everything. You know, we almost get too much, and then especially being in America, like I feel like it can force you to be in your comfort zone a lot too. Like in these other countries, you do have to like walk to go get water or something like that, but at least they're burning calories doing it. You know, everything's just so instant here. Everything is just instant gratification, and it's just this whole, I guess, matrix, man. It's like you go to work, come home, watch TV, eat, wake up and do the same thing. It's just
that's different. In other, I did notice that too. Like in other countries, usually I know we got like Wi-Fi and like fast food and like technology, but usually in those countries where like technology is not really big, like they usually have a much bigger, like, I guess, togetherness with everybody. I mean, they still, like you said, they still got their systems, but I noticed that culturally and like just being like around like connections with people and like, I guess, spiritual, like they're much better than the Americans. Americans just, I don't know, man. We feel like we got American like big egos too, because we're really not better than a lot of these countries that we may think we are. America makes us feel like we're better than, like, honestly, the best country in the world. It makes you feel like that. I don't blame them, but let's get the facts straight. Like, it's not like that.
Yeah.
It's really not.
And I mean, other side from, America being, the better country and stuff, like, I just feel like definitely, like, with definitely the things, I don't even want to put freedom, but the opportunities that we do have here, stuff like, food shortages and things like that, it almost just made me think, like, it's so much that we can do, but honestly, like, we don't do it in ways. And even with the whole social thing, like, with, like, social media and stuff like that, we have social media, and I do see a couple people, I don't want to say a lot of people, but a couple people, like, will, like, tweet something that's actually aware of, like, what's going on, and the tweet will get viral, it'll go viral, and then it'll be, like, effective to what's going on and stuff. But at the end of the day, I do feel like, just nothing's just going to be perfect. It's not going to be no type of perfect thing at the end of the
world.
Yeah, perfect world.
I do
like
know. I did think about that. Like,
society.
I could never imagine, like, is it even really possible that we could have something perfect like this? Like, I don't know. Would it be possible? Like, just really, like, imagine if none of this, we had no, like, GMO, we had no, like, food shortage, like, no world hunger. It's just everybody was at peace. Like, is that really, like, is that a reality?
It definitely could be. It definitely could be, but it's just not going to happen for everybody.
Not in our lifetime.
Yeah, it's probably like for everybody. I feel like as long as we have egos and different stuff, like, and that's what I was thinking the other day. Like, why do we have, like, egos? Why can't we just have this harmonious mind? Just having, just spreading love and peace and things like that. Sitting by a lake. Why isn't those things, like, just cool sometimes to do? And it makes me think just with the whole ego and thing, and, like, almost in a way, like, God created this world, and I guess he wanted things to be more interesting, giving
like
us
he's playing a little game or something.
Yeah, like giving us egos, giving us these things, and it like why couldn't this be like a utopian society? Like, why couldn't this be not, I wouldn't even say utopian society, but why couldn't this be like a good world that we live in? Why does it have to be like these things? Why does it have to be like these bad things happening?
Maybe it was, I guess that's back to the balance thing. I guess it has to, like, it just has to have something bad or something good. But then again, at the same time, I guess, is it imbalance, though? We've said it before, but is the world really as bad as we think? Nah, it is. Let me stop. Yeah, it is. It's bad. But, I mean, I can see you could find peace somewhere. It's something you could do to get away. It's hard to get away now because all this is going on. It's like they're forcing it down our throats. Like, it's just back to back to back. Like, I don't care how like calm you are, peaceful you are. Like, it's some way, some form how this year is affecting you. But I don't. It just seems like it's one big. We're all in like one hamster wheel.
Yeah.
Like in a box, and we don't know. We're just gonna keep going until your last breath, I guess.
Yeah.
That's sad, but like, man, I don't know. I
mean, it does sound super sad to be honest, but yeah. And I was listening to Lon Watson. He was just like, this world is probably going to lead to just some type of hell in anyway. So why would you try to even stop it? And it was making me think on that too. Like, of course, we want everything good and things, and we'll try so hard to get that peace and peace for the world. But and it goes back to just like, peace starts with you. You got to make sure you have that peace with yourself before you try to like, go out and try to give it to the world. And it's just a whole spreading thing. If this person gets peace with himself, if this person gets peace with himself, it should just be like that, where
contagious.
Yeah, it's just contagious, like coronavirus. But
or when you were saying like, it's just gonna be hell, what would David Goggins do? What he say he was gonna do to hell? He was gonna make hell his bitch. Man,
He say he's the boss of hell in his mind. Hey, you have to be, you know? You have to be, because those, especially like with negative thoughts or just negative things that's happening to affect your thoughts, you know, I don't know, you'll almost be a victim of that. You'll be a victim of your emotions, and once you a victim of your emotions, there ain't no way you can like control your emotions, you know, unless you start working on it. But you know, yeah, you have to be like, that's why I love what David Goggins said. You have to be the boss of hell, bro. You have to be, because it's there, you know. It's just the yin yang thing.
You gonna suck it up, or you just gonna just pity yourself or something.
Yeah, yeah, and that whole food shortages thing too. Going back to that, like now and then I'm seeing a lot of stuff where they want to make basically lab food in a way. They want to make lab meat. Like a lot of Bill Gates, you know, Bill Gates always he's ahead of all of this. Like he want to start making like lab made meat, and I'm thinking like, and then they having where they want to shut down farms from especially farm workers too. Like they, because of the whole pandemic thing, you know, they don't want that affecting the food. So it's going to be a shortage on farm goods, produce goods and stuff. And then I'm seeing the thing over the lab meats and how they want to make everything GMO and in the labs and stuff. And if you really look at the ingredients on these things and like you can't read half of the stuff that we put in our body for real though. Like, and who knows how is it affecting you in a way. And I was talking to a lady, and she said she was from Barbados, and then I asked her instantly. I was like, how is America food versus Barbados food? She was like, you know, Barbados food is way more fresher, is way more organic. Yeah. You know, we have a lot of chemicals in our foods and stuff, and it was making me think like, you know, like that pretty much wraps it up. What I want to hear, you know.
That's what everybody from another country says, though. They always say that about America, that our food is like just not good at all, like healthy or good for the body.
Yeah, and it's a lot of sayings. Like, that's why I feel like food is definitely important, you know. Like, of course we can have our fast food every now and then, but food is definitely important. Like, it's definitely important for the brain and everything. Like, Dr. Sebi, you know, Dr. Sebi was he's basically a doctor that died basically, but he was saying all the medicine that he made was from the earth. And it made me think, like, you know, everything that God created on this earth is like for us. Like, it's really for us, you know. Everything's been capitalized over time to where, you know, the pharmacy is like the leading, you know, what Kanye said, pharmacy the real trap. Like, they the real trappers. Like, and it makes me think about that too. Like, you know, everything that God put on this earth is like, you know, we're supposed to be using, like the organic stuff, like fruits and vegetables, like just all the stuff that he provided for us, you know. And I feel like we have to go back to just that way of life, you know. But in a way, you know, I feel like people 1,000 years ago, people was living on that way of life, and it still ended up to how it is now.
Everything's just being tampered with. Like, I think somebody said, like, we could all coexist with like technology. Technology was never bad. It's just our relationship with technology. So we could have all these things, but it's just when it's so like AI, and it's just so tampered with. It's just meant to make money. Everything that's like created with medical stuff and like cough syrup, like just simple stuff like that. It's not meant to cure or heal that problem. It's just meant to make more money to keep you buying it. Mm-hmm. With phones, you gotta get a new phone, update a new phone every few years. Soon it's gonna be, you gonna have to update a phone every year. It's like, it's just a money make. They could easily just make a phone that's gonna last you like 40 years, like just like that. Yeah, but like sure. That's not making money. I don't know, this currency thing, like it shouldn't be like this. Currency, it's not even real. Like, bro, shout out Von 2 Cut, but like, bro, money is not real. Like, I don't know who made this such high on like the chart or whatever, but it's literally a piece of paper cut from a tree that they're destroying. Yeah, like it's not even real. And
I heard they used to back up the accumulation of gold with money. But I heard that they don't even have enough gold to even back up the money that we have, the currency that we have, which is like the pieces of paper. Makes me think in a way like, is money just a distraction? And I always think back on that too, because even just with working and stuff like that, you'll work so much. Like you'll work so much, especially like if you in a 9 to 5 or something. Like you'll put in hours and feel like you know that you're there more than you're, at home in a way. Just like made me think like with school too. Like we was at school way more than we was at home, and trying to be with our families or doing school other than what we were supposed to be doing, like trying to improve ourselves, like just with self-improvement. And it just made me think like it's like definitely is money like a distraction, and we definitely need it. Like we need it in this lifetime. It's 2020 where money is flashing our faces like all the time, and it's made like it's the bigger thing, and stuff like that. And that's why I always try to go back to. I was like, should I do what I want to do? Should I do what I love to do, or should I do what makes the most money? And I hate that I had to even think about that. I hate that I even have to think about things like that. Why can't I just do what I love to do in this lifetime, and when I'm gone, I'm gone. I did what I wanted to do, but you have to do a lot of things that you don't want to do to be in this rat race in a way.
I hate that, man. Yeah, all them things we gotta do. We just shouldn't have to do all this. Like, it's not even that, like, it's a task, but it's just that the obstacle of money. Like, just because I don't have the resources or I'm not in an environment where I can make a certain amount of money, I don't like that's possible. Like, it shouldn't be possible for me to be like, say I want to be like some type of painter or something, but they don't get paid as much. So like, let's say you a kid and you trying to be a painter, but like you gotta live, like you gotta eat, and you can't afford that doing painting. Like, that shouldn't be the case just because you don't have a certain amount of money. Because you probably a great artist, and it's probably people who love your work. But like, if money is literally just in the way, like you probably can't afford the right paintbrushes, you probably can't afford to take a ride to take you to the place you need to go to sell your paintings. It's just so much in the way. And I guess some people at the same time, you could use that to be like a motivational thing to where like, oh, I gotta do this. I'm gonna do this to get money. I'm gonna work here. I'm gonna work. But at the same time, like, I shouldn't have to do this hard just to work for money. I should just do what I want to do. I shouldn't have to work a 9 to 5 just to get a certain amount of money for something else to pay my bills. And it just keeps going up and up on money. Like, it's people out here with this amount of money, but they're not spreading it to none of us. Like, it's all selfish. It's give me. It's all give me. It's not even real. When you die, it don't go with you. None of it goes with you. You might leave it for your family or something, but that's it. Like, what are you really doing out here to help people? That's all that really matters.
It's just in this lifetime of just this reality that we live in. I know that we give so much things value. We give certain things value to where it's like a pair of shoes or something like that, or a T-shirt. These things are value to us. Like, we have to have these things, and it makes us in a way like, that we need the money for it, in a way. So it's really just like a whole circle at the end of the day, and it's just whatever lane, full circle. It's whatever lane that you want to live in. That's why I like, especially, I don't care for labels, but like I like how the minimalist and the minimal lifestyle is, to where the only things that they have is what they need. They don't overbuy things. They don't, if they want something, if they want, like, say a new shirt or something like that, of course you can have it, but you're gonna have to think, like, do you really need this shirt?
Yeah.
And it's just with that way, you just have to be smarter with your money, and I do want to just get more in depth of how just trying to lead to this financials, at least stability in your life, to where you can have money management, because it's just we need money in this lifetime. It's like no really way around it, and it just makes me think, like, man, like, what can we exchange, or how can we build a new community to where we don't need money as much. We don't really need like, or the economy shifts or something like say you can go in to get paintbrushes for like $5. And it usually costs $5, but you live in this new community where, you know, paintbrushes is like 1 penny.
That's cool. I can see that. That's probably happened before. But I don't know, whoever made up this idea with all this economic and all this, like, I guess it's like control systems basically. Whoever got a hold of that, like they're really holding strong to that. Whoever, I guess we might break. I don't know if this gonna happen in our lifetime. If any of this, the Matrix, all this gonna fall. It's getting to that point where I think it will, but I don't know what's gonna happen after this. Like, this is all building up to something right now. Mm-hmm. The whole 2020 is building up to something, but I don't know what's this end goal. Yeah, and it's kind of scary. Well, I mean, I wouldn't even say scary. It's cool to think about too. It could be scary, but at the same time, it's necessary.
Yeah, it is necessary, and it's and just going back to that, everything happens for a reason. You know, like the decisions that you make, the decisions that the world is going into, like people turning down the vaccines and stuff like that. I'm telling you, everything just happens for a reason. You know, we could see the world getting worse, but like all this is happening for a reason in a way. And I'm definitely want to be optimistic about all of it and just be like, yo, this is going to lead to, you know, the Matrix falling down. But the Matrix falling down, what will even that world look like? You know, it's almost
we always
like,
talking about it's falling, but like we're not thinking about what's finna happen and when it falls. Mm-hmm. That's what I want to know. Like, anybody got some info on that? Like, what's all gonna happen? What's
definitely
all finna go
shoot
down?
us that. Definitely shoot us that. But in the meanwhile, it's just, you know, especially when I definitely start doing spiritual practices and things like that. You know, the most important thing I learned was just being in the now. You know, just being present. You know, just being present with what you're doing, and not like, especially like being with somebody or just talking to somebody and not thinking like in the back of your mind, oh, food shortages, oh, the world is about to end. You know, and that will like affect how you think in a way. But you know, what I learned was just be present as possible. If you're having a conversation, just be in that conversation. If you listen to someone, listen to them, you know, like just be here, you know. It's so much that we can do, you know, and things like the sky, things like the climate control, like it's so much things that we can do, you know, and we don't have that. We just need to control over the things that we have control over in a way, and I guess everything should just be okay.
Yeah, that's just like when you were saying, just having a simple conversation. Like, just surround yourself around people that will just take your mind off of this stuff, because there's a lot going on. And like just like you said, just being in a moment and just a simple conversation could just make your whole day. And that's great, man. That's what we need right now. Yeah, that's amazing.
For sure,
man.
But I think
what you gonna? We look at this.
We did that. In sync
stuff. You gonna wrap it up this time.
All right, man. Thank you guys for listening, man. Thank you guys for the support. We've been reading your comments, man. Thank you for the love, man. It really, really means a lot, you know. And we don't care about numbers or any of that, you know. It's the fact that we are seeing people enjoy the content, enjoy the Third Eye Zay videos and things like that, man.
Just Trent coming soon.
Just Trent very, very soon, you know. But thank you guys for the support, man. Wish you guys peace and love, man.
Yeah, man.
We out.
All right, see y'all later.